What is going on there, guys? Kempy here, and welcome back to the Wrexham career mode on Football Manager. Today is episode 6. If you missed yesterday's episode, we had a massive FA Cup tie against Shrewsbury, which went to a replay. We brought them back to the racecourse. Click off now if you haven't watched it. We beat them at the racecourse, and we are now into the second round of the FA Cup, where today we play against bottom place in League One, Burton Albion. So we have got a real chance today of going through into the third round of the FA Cup. And with the form we've been on recently since I left you guys, I wouldn't be surprised if we did. Obviously, the last game we saw was the 1-0 against Shrewsbury. Since then, we've scored 4 goals in every single game. 4-1 against Stockport with a brace from Mullin and Odebueko. 4-2 against Tranmere with a brace from Paul Mullin, 1 from Odebueko and 1 from Jordan Davies, and a 4-0 against Barrow as well. Another hat-trick for Super Paul Mullin and a goal for Mipo Odebueko. The front two have been tremendous up front together. Since that game where Ollie Palmer got a straight red card, he has not had a look in because Mipo has been fantastic. In fact, his red card, Ollie Palmer, was extended to 3 games, so he's only had the 1 chance to play. But I can assure you, Mipo Odebueko is the new starting striker with Paul Mullin. Mullin this season has scored 21 goals in 20 games, getting 6 assists on a 7.82 average rating, which is absolutely wild. And his strike partner, Mipo Odebueko, 16 games, 7 goals, 4 assists, only 13 starts in that as well. So he has done 8 starts in the league even. So he has done very, very well, average of 7.26. There has been one signing come into the club. It is youngster Justin Berzaj. I had him to come in. Start of the transfer window, I did a non-contract for him. So he has just come in, I believe, from Shamrock Rovers as a backup centre mid / cam. He's more of a youngster. He's 18 years of age, born in 2005, which is absolutely wild. But he looks decent. I signed him a good 6 or 7 months ago, so I can't really remember why I signed him. But he's in and he's here, and Justin is going to sit in the under-21 squad. Today, like I said, we've got a massive game against Burton, and I will do the game against Cambridge today. I'm a very, very busy boy today. I'm off to, England was last night, so I woke up very late with a bit of a sore head, as you can imagine. And then I'm going to the cinema this afternoon. So I am recording this and trying to get both out. Tomorrow's episode is going to be a bit of a, hopefully another quick one as well. Hopefully at the start of January I can get that out for you guys. But the league table is looking lovely, isn't it? We are 4 points clear of Cambridge now. We are 13 points clear of the playoffs, and I'm so happy with that. I was getting a bit worried when we had that poor stretch of form coming around that first FA Cup game, but we have turned things around drastically. Favourites of the league, Salford are down in 12th. Cambridge are hot on our heels in 2nd. But to start off today is the FA Cup, and hopefully we can carry on this magical run and make it into the third round, and hopefully bring someone massive back to the racecourse. Football Manager does some wild and wonderful things. It's the day we play Burton in the FA Cup, and they've offered me a job interview. I can't quite believe that's happened. Ben Robinson obviously has no idea at 8:49 in the morning that we are meeting today at the racecourse, and I am Wrexham through and through. So Sunshine, that's declined. Cardiff, you can get out as well, Vincent Tan. We are Wrexham boys. Would you ever leave Deadpool for Vincent Tan or Ben Robinson? No, you wouldn't. Simple. The Wrexham team to then is going to be Wilson in goal, De Craig Cogley, Hayden, Dimitri, McFadden, Blackett, Taylor, Davies, Craig, Nerfville, Mipo Odebueko and Mullin up front. Is there any standout names there for Burton Albion? I believe their captain is Oshaja at centre half. I recognise their right midfielder as well. Smith and Adebayo up top, and Labala has moved over to the left now. A decent side, obviously, Burton Albion. They are in League One, so they're a league higher than us. But we are top of the league and they are bottom of their league. So realistically, we should be the better team. Finding out before this game as well, they have got no manager coming into this either. Hence the reason they offered me a job. So they've got absolutely crazy. Why would I ever leave Wrexham? When we go 1-0 up, we don't quite go 1-0 up. When we are on such good form and we are on a meteoric rise, and clearly Burton aren't. I hope they're not going to come back and sting me in the bum for saying all of this, but I'm very confident in the Red Dragons today and confident of moving on to the third round of the FA Cup. This man, Jordan Davies, could have something to do with it. Josh Nerfield, fired Super Paul Mullin. Can he cut it back to Nerfield? He can. Oh, not quite going through to Meepo. It's been quite a long highlight, so I'd imagine something interesting is going to happen in this one. It is Jordan Davies knocking the ball around nicely here. We are clearly controlling the game. Matt Craig with a decent ball to Mullin. Nerfield winning the header, eventually bounces back to him. Davies finds Nerfield again. I've got to say, that play was fantastic. And we scored an unbelievable goal in one of the 4-0 games earlier on that I played today, where it was very similar to that. One-touch play, moving it about, whipping the ball in the box, and Mullin was on the end of it to make it a goal in that one. This game, though, is looking like it's going to be maybe a little bit harder than thought. I was very confident that was going to be a penalty there from Dimitriou. Thankfully not, which is very good. We are going to go into half-time with actually a bit more of a game on our hands than I expected. Or are we? Can we get a very late goal? Jordan Davies, oh my God. Jordan has just absolutely battered the crossbar as the ref blows the whistle for half-time. Close there, Jordan. We've just got to be a bit better. I'm going to say we have to be better in front of goal. We've had a couple of chances, not many shots, only 5 and the 1 on target. But as the better team, we have to take this game by the scruff of the neck and win it. And we have to take control as well. But again, every highlight has just been us on the ball. Burton haven't been able to get a foothold on the game. And Josh Nerfield rounds the keeper and makes it 1-0 to the mighty Red Dragons. No, he doesn't. He's offside. Oh, the goal's been disallowed. It's still 0-0. Burton are hanging on for dear life. And we are pressuring and pushing for a goal to take the lead. But it's not quite coming off just yet. Josh Nerfield again, though, on the ball, dribbling through them all. And that one is not going to be disallowed. What a player Josh is. And what a signing he was at the start of the season as well. His pure pace and dribbling ability is exactly why I signed him. And you can see from this highlight alone, he picks it up from 45 yards out. He has 5 men around him. He dribbles through every single one of them on that right foot, putting it past the keeper and making it 1-0. And I would say this game has been very convincing. Obviously, it's only 1-0, but we have been massively the better side in this game. I'd be really surprised if Burton were to come back and to beat us. I've just dropped the mentality back too positive rather than being too attacking. But I would like to see a second goal come in before we really do shut up shop. And Paul Mullin nearly makes it 2-0. A ball in from Josh Nerfield on that right-hand side. But a fantastic save from Iscarado in goal. Keeping it at 1-0 then. Another ball in and it is well cleared. It is just Hayden back. So very attacking there from us. McFadden down this left-hand side in today for the suspended Luke Garbett. Ball in the box. It is cleared and comes out to Matt Craig, who has now signed a brand new contract as well. I've tied a lot of the boys down that I wanted to 2 or 3 year deals. A lot of the younger lads are here to stay. And Paul Mullin is here to stay as well. And that is 2-0. And number 25 of the season. And we are just in December. If I thought he was going to get 50 last year, he really could get 50 this year. He is unbelievable. And it does not matter what league he's in. I think he's better than Haaland. I'm telling you now, Paul Mullin in the Premier League when we get there, he's going to be up top for us still. There's no doubt in my mind. It said on the scout report that I read earlier, he was a leading championship striker. So, Timu Pukki vibes maybe from Paul Mullin. But I think he's 10 times better than that. I think he's more like Erling Haaland. But we are then now in the 65th minute, 2-0 up. We have obviously got some big games coming up. Not that I want to rest players too much, but youngsters I will give a chance to. And Jack Barry has been at pretty much a 9.9 every single time we see him in training. So he is going to come on at right mid. And Jack Keeney is going to come on as well in centre midfield for Matt Craig, who is on a booking. Matt Craig, before he comes off, goes for a long range effort. Well saved by the Burton keeper. A great chance there for Matt though. And it's looking more and more convincing by the minute. Stats-wise, Burton have not really had much of a chance in this game. It has been all us, which I'm very happy with, and showing that we are definitely ready for the step up into League One. And that's for the team now, let alone any signings we do make when we go up. The team we've got now is competing with League One sides, and that is 3-0. And the link-up between Meepo and Super Paul Mullin showing there again. And it is 3 goals yet again. Can we get 4 for the 4th game running? That would be nice to see, especially against a League One side. I'm going to just praise the lads now, maybe just calm it down a little bit. Drop it to cautious. There's no need to go too gung-ho. Davies is a little bit tired, so we'll get Max Haygarth on. And we'll get Isaac Williams-Thomas on as well for McFadzean. Just a bit more youth on the pitch, a bit more rested legs. It's always good to get the kids on the pitch, especially Jack Barry has been fantastic in training, a 9.9, 10 every single time. So it's good to reward him with a bit of game time. And he's not disappointed me yet. So I'm very happy with him. And that is us into the third round of the FA Cup. That draw is in just a couple of days. So I'll bring you back when we are for sure to get Man City at home. This then is where it starts to get very, very interesting. Favourites, obviously Man City. The fans want to see us get Swansea in this one. I would just like a big draw, to be honest. I feel like once you get to the third round, you've got to be happy with how things have gone. First up the hat is Tottenham, and it is Hartlepool or Torquay. Talk about a lower league side getting a big draw. That is one. Liverpool are going to be getting to play against, it seems to have frozen a little bit. Arsenal, Jesus, what a tie that is. Swansea, Fleetwood, the fans aren't getting what they want. Chelsea, Ipswich, huge game there. Sunderland, Blackburn, that would have been a good game. Morecambe, a team we could go through against, they get Brentford. Wickham are going to play against Charlton or Exeter. Swindon, Everton, Leicester against Millwall. Fulham against Wrexham. So we get a Premier League tie. It's what we wanted, and it is at Craven Cottage. Now, imagine they've had their stadium built a little bit. It is 29-7 now. Obviously, they've got works going on in real life. Fulham, a massive team, and what a draw that is. Their team, they've got Tom Heaton in goal, Kenny Tete, Issa Diop, Adebayo, Alexandro, Harrison Reed, Joel Palhinha, Andres Pereira, Steven Alzate, Mitrovic, Dennis Suarez, Bernd Leno, Anthony Robinson, Harry Wilson, Yassine Adli, Bertrand Traore, Cedric Umas. I mean, the list goes on. The players in that squad are unbelievable, and that is our tie for the FA Cup third round. And it's a tie I'm quite happy with. I feel like they're a good side. It's going to be very difficult at the very least. They are a Premier League side at that. Let's just have a look when that game is. The third round is normally in the first week of January. So that is when you guys will be coming back next. It is the 13th of Jan. We're at Northampton in the league, 4th. So it'll probably be a double-header, Northampton versus Fulham. So that is a massive game to look forward to tomorrow evening. For now, though, let me play these two games and get ahead to the massive title decider potentially against Cambridge. Well, if a third round tour against Fulham wasn't good enough, how about a 5-star youth intake back-to-back? A for goalkeepers, centre mids, attacking midfielders, strikers, fullbacks, B's for fullbacks, centre backs, and then D's for wide midfielders, defensive midfielders, wingers, and wing backs. But an excellent intake yet again. And there is one forward in there who is a fine prospect. I might do something that a lot of people do, and they get people to name themselves. I might do a little raffle draw kind of thing for that. So if you guys would be interested in that, let me know down in the comments. That would be fantastic. But another 5-star youth intake, always good to see. No surprises there. 4-1, Super Paul Mullin with a hat-trick, and Ollie Palmer getting back on the score sheet off the bench as well. One of them classic back post corners. And we scraped through a difficult game against Aldershot. 2 goals from the youngster Mipo Odebueko. Not a great game for Paul Mullin, but regardless, we still get the 3 points and stay top of the league. Huge game next up then. Let's bring you back for a live come of the game against Cambridge. And we are here then at the title decider. It's early on, it's just before Christmas, but this is a massive, massive game. A win here puts us 7 points clear of Cambridge and I think 16 points clear of the playoffs. So we can zoom through the season and just enjoy the FA Cup. You can see there the league table. The side today is much unchanged. I think the only change at the moment is Tyler Ferran is playing at centre-back. Due to Dimitri being injured for 5 weeks, and Garber is out for 5 weeks as well. So McFadzean is in at left back. Other than that, it is the same midfield. Nerfield, O'Connor, Craig, Davies, Odebueko and Mullin up front. Palmer still only just on the bench, even though he was very, very good in that last game we played. He came off the bench and got the winner for us because Paul Mullin was not playing very well. And I don't get to say that very often because he is lights out this season, but not in the last game though. Today we concentrate on a flat back 7 of Cambridge United, and the ball in to the box is well saved by Ben Wilson. It's going to be a difficult game this. I'm under no illusion. They are just as good as us. They've got just as many danger men. And one man my scouts really want us to sign, Harvey Nibbs, coming close there. A good save from Ben Wilson. I won't be bringing in Harvey. I just don't need any more strikers, if I'm honest. We've got Kyle Hudlin, who hasn't played now in a month and a half. And he just can't get near the team because the guys we've got playing are just unbelievable. The only position that I could see us potentially strengthening is left back, with Luke Garbett being injury prone. It is finally coming back to bite us a little bit. He has now had 2 5-week injuries in a row. I tried to terminate his contract because I've got the injury release clause in, but I think that's only for big injury, which is a bit of a shame. And he's here for another year and a half as well. So maybe if we can make him a backup, possibly McFadden does move on, because he is not very happy with his game time. Currently, obviously he's playing a few more games now, but I'd like to improve at that position, if I am honest. Now, getting into this game, it has been a very even one so far. A decent chance for us just 2 seconds ago, well saved by the Cambridge keeper, and they've had a decent chance as well. They are slightly on top in terms of stats, but we are away from home. It is a difficult game, but like I said, a win here, and I would hedge your bets with us as the winners of this league, and definitely for promotion. And I think, I was going to say Paul Mullin, that sounds like promotion, but it doesn't. It's a really good save from the Cambridge goalkeeper there. Mullin is going to get the chance to whip the corner in. Jordan Davies nearly gets up for it, not quite though, and they do manage to clear their lines. 1 minute till half time. We scored very late on in our last kick of the game in fact, and we even saw Justin Ferizaj, the 18-year-old that I said wouldn't be getting much game time. I decided to play him in the last game, and he was quite good actually, coming out at a 6.9. Very good in the centre midfield. He's a deep line playmaker, and while Matt Craig is sort of more of a ball winner, I do like to start him because he's just a young lad and he loves the club as well. Paul Mullin though, putting us 1-0 up. Of course he is. Jordan Davies down the left, crossing it in to Paul Mullin. How many goals have we seen like that? I have completely lost count, but that is 1-0 just before half-time as well. The best time to get a goal, and a great ball in from Davies, and of course Mullin is going to head that one into the back of the net. Half-time, I am very, very happy. If we can keep this up, I'm sure we will be a happy bunny at the end of this game. Craig, though, getting dispossessed by Harvey Nibbs, who is going to bring it clear. He's going to find Hugh Gilbert to Craig Cogley, proving a very good signing, dispossessing him there. And Mipo Odebueko finds Paul Mullin, slots it past the keeper. I thought he was offside, and I can see the lino has got that stupid little flag up, and he is indeed offside. He looked a tad to me, and he certainly is. Keeping it at 1-0, that would have been a great result. Scoring just before half-time and just after as well would have been fantastic, but not quite the case today then. We are looking, to be fair, we're looking quite fit out there. We only had a game 3 days ago, but the boys are all on decent stamina. The same can be said for Cambridge. One change I will make shortly, Neely Mullin. One change I will make shortly is going to be Ollie Palmer on for Mipo Odebueko. I think it is the right thing to do. Mipo on a 6.7, and for some reason, not very happy either. Paul Mullin, Neely making it 2-0. Poor effort, to be honest, from him. A great ball in from Josh Nerfield, just not sticking it in the back of the net. There he is then, Ollie Palmer, now just a 3-star striker as a target forward on attack. I'm going to get Justin on in midfield as well for a little bit more creativity, and that is going to be that for now. I was going to bring on Corey for Jordan Davies, but not quite yet. A complete new front three, it looks like, for Cambridge. They are going for it in this last 10 minutes, so we are going to switch into a tiny bit of a more cautious style of play and time waste just that little bit more. Ollie Palmer at the back post, of course, he gets his complimentary goal. As soon as the Ollie Palmer is at the back post, you might as well just give us a goal. I'm pretty sure that's the only goals he scores at this point. The 31-year-old is not a quick man at all, but being the height he is and the heading ability he has got, he is just undeniably good from corners and situations like that where you've got a man who can whip a ball in, like Paul Mullin. It is a guaranteed goal, pretty much. They're never going to not go in. We are just very good in them situations, and that is the end of the game, and that is us 7 points clear of Cambridge at the top of the league, and I believe it's 15 points clear now of the playoff places. So I am very, very happy. My plan for the rest of this season, I don't want to waste too much time. We are going to obviously have a massive FA Cup third round tie against Fulham coming up tomorrow evening with a game in League 2. After that, I mean, I'll be mind blown if we do, but if we manage to beat Fulham, obviously we'll keep bringing you back for those FA Cup games. But if it all does end next episode, then I'll probably try to go to the end of January, middle of February, end of March, start of April, and then the end of the season. So the season could be over as quickly as Wednesday next week. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash a like on this video. It looks like we are destined for League One, so subscribe as well so you do not miss out on any future content. Thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.